Hey YouTube, how's it going? Let's see if I get anyone in here tonight. It's been a while since I've been on. Just haven't YouTubed in a few months and just getting back into it. Recently started a business doing roadside service, so that's been taking a lot more of my time than YouTubing. But I'm gonna try to get back into it. What's going on? Let's see. Anyone gonna come on today? We'll just wait a minute and see if anyone comes on. I I'm still learning the whole YouTube thing. So we'll start by saying 2020 has been a crazy year. It sure has been a crazy year. Like, really. Uh, we started off coming into 2020. Okay, we heard about the COVID thing in China. Didn't really think it was going to come to the stateside. So then we get it. And we get hit with it here. Uh, and then they started locking people down, quarantine. Was supposed to be 2 weeks in certain states. And then, like New York, New Jersey, they shut down for, you know, like eternity. I'm not in those states. I used to live in New Jersey, but I got out of New Jersey. Too much control there. You can't do anything. You have no freedoms. You have, none of that. Then stores were shut down. Now it's face masks. Every place you go to, you gotta wear a face mask and yada yada yada. And it's nuts. It's really nuts. So we figure, all right, after COVID, which we're still dealing with COVID, apparently, um, then we have all the riots going on. We have now a coin shortage. Now, from what they say about the coin shortage to what I believe the coin shortage really is I believe it's a stepping stone process for us to go to the cashless society. Um, See, get rid of the coins, and then it goes to ones and fives, then it'll go to tens, and then it'll continue and continue and continue. Like, you go into certain stores, we're not giving change back, or no cash sales unless it's exact amount. Or some stores are just completely not doing cash at all. It's debit or credit. Same thing was happening in certain stores when the virus was at its peak, when they shut the whole country down, right? A lot of stores were like, "Oh no," because the the health official said don't accept cash, when that was actually not the case, because where I'm from, this store was accepting cash, but then you walk into this store, and this store says that the health official told them to not accept cash, when it wasn't the health official, because if it was the health official, this store would have done the same thing, right? So you can see it's a game. It really is a game. But I'm going to try to do more in videoing. I want to try to get my content better. Uh, I'm going to try to set up a nicer studio than what I got set up now. It's just trying to learn how to do all this. Want to try to get my subscribers up. So I'm trying to figure all of that out. And hopefully some things start going. So, with that being said, I was watching a YouTube video of a pastor uh, talking about dreams that he recently had. Started back in December, and how do you say it? I'm trying to remember everything off the top of my head, and I don't want to put the video on YouTube because I don't want to get copyrighted for putting his video out and getting copy striked and all that nonsense. But the video that he had, his name's Dana Coverstone. He has a video of dreams that he had started back in December of 2019, where he saw a calendar and it, went through to March, stopped at March and whatnot, went to June, stopped at June, and then he had visions of the mass people in the hospitals, um, the riots, and then the same thing. He had another dream with the same that said part two, and the same thing with the calendar and the same finger hitting the calendar. Went to September, and then it went September to November, and then he was saying in this dream that he saw um, Chinese and Russian troops on our soil, riots, more sickness. Like, I guess it would be almost like the second wave or something else besides COVID, but we don't know. But we can only really see what happens in September. Um, so far, from what he's saying, that he had the dream, that part came true, right? So we look at, okay, if that part came true, is the other part going to come true? So if this is true, and this next dream is true, so that means what are we in for? What are we in store for? Right? So we'll see what happens when it gets to September, October, November. We already know that November It's going to be an interesting month because it's the election. All right, we already know that. We can already see something happening closer to November. So what's going to happen, we don't know, but we can see that the protesting, the riots, it's going on and going on and going on. I don't got a problem with people protesting, but once you start throwing the violence in, then it's not protesting. You know, peaceful protesting, that's your constitutional right. But once you put violence in there, it's no longer a right because now you are infringing on other people's rights when you put violence in it, right? So yeah, right. Let's see. Okay, that was nothing. Okay, so we see all this stuff happening, right? Like, what is going to take place? So we wonder what is going to happen in November, or even leading up to November, right? But first, I'm going to say we need to get right with the Lord. We need to get right with the Lord because the Lord is near. And we also, you want to start preparing. If you haven't prepared, if you haven't noticed what happened, with the food stores at the beginning of COVID, if you're still in that mindset of, I don't want to prepare for something, I don't know what to say, but you should have already had 6 months, a year supply of food, water, emergency supplies on hand. I mean, it's not that hard to do. You can do it on a budget. You can do it on a budget. You can do it in an apartment, right? You can. You just gotta, do some little things that can get you by if it hits the fan. And it very much looks like it might hit the fan really soon. So we also gotta wonder, I mean, if his dream comes true, second part, Chinese and Russian troops on our soil, what what is that? What's that going to look like? What's going to lead up to that? Do you remember the movie called Red Dawn, where they had the foreign invasion? Just look at some of the movies Hollywood puts out, and you can see different things in different movies that are telltale signs of what they're planning. So, I mean, come on, you know, let's let's get that straight. Also, you got to figure what what's it going to take. Well, what else are you doing to protect yourself? Now, the other items that you could have on hand would be something like this. This is a Baofeng UV5R two-way radio. These are cheap on Amazon. Um, they don't go that far, but you can get 2, 3, maybe 4 miles out of them, depending on the area you live in. Um, you gotta get a license for it. I'm gonna be getting my ham radio license, so I can access other frequencies and do more stuff. Um, Technically, this can go on GMRS and FRS, but technically, when you go on GMRS, FRS, you're technically breaking the law. And we're not going to get into that right now, but just keep that in mind. So, oh, stuff like that. Okay, so technically, GMRS, FRS on here is technically breaking the law, but I don't know. They say in times of an emergency, it's legal to be on the radio without the license, but I don't know when they will say that the times of emergency are what they will say is, it's government, they can turn around one day and say that you can't even use it, you know. They could turn around and say, you got a CB radio and you can't even use that now, you know, and stuff like that. They can do. If anyone is watching, hit the thumbs up and whatnot. So, you know, I'm gonna try to. I'm always trying to figure out a better way for my office. Living in a small place, I don't really have the space to get everything, the way I want, and also money. You know, I want to get another computer so I can be looking up stuff and try to, screenshot. I don't know how to do that stuff yet, which I want to learn, so this way I can make better content and whatnot. But, you know, within time, it'll happen. Uh, yeah, so I haven't been doing YouTubing for a while because I've been doing roadside service, changing tires and jump starts, lockouts, all that stuff. And it kind of slowed down a little bit, uh, but it's I like it. I like helping people. It feels more beneficial when you help somebody versus like, I could probably make a ton of money going out and repoing cars and working for a booting company that just boots cars. But I can't lower myself to that because it's you go out there and you put a boot on someone's car because they parked in the wrong parking spot. I cannot lower myself to that standard of going out and booting somebody's car when they're going to come out and they're not going to be able to get in their car and go. It's that mind boggles me of how someone can do that. You can go out, willingly go out and boot somebody's car that they just parked in the wrong spot. Whatever. They did not park in the visitor's parking spot. Come on, seriously? So I live in an apartment complex, okay? And I see the car driving around, looking for people to boot. Some people just moved in, they didn't get their parking sticker, and yet they come and they put a boot on the car, and now they come out to move their car, and they got to freaking pay $70 to get a boot off their car. I mean, that no, I cannot lower myself to do that. Getting somebody back on the road is more beneficial. Oh, the one law that people need to really start following is the slow down, move over law. Because especially when you're on the interstate changing someone's tire, you got cars whipping past you at 70, 80 miles an hour. Oh my gosh. It sometimes is interesting. You got yellow flashing lights and yellow vest, yellow clothing, and people still they don't even see you. Oh, yes, free parking. Yes, I don't understand why we got to pay for parking. It's like everything nowadays. It's just mind-boggling and crazy. You got to pay for parking in where you live. You got to pay for parking when parking meters, and you got to worry about, is my time up? Is my time up? Is my time up? Like, no, let's, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is my first time live streaming. So let's see, right now we've got, looks like two, two on. So I'm hoping that I can get this a little better going. Now, oh, excuse me. I'm gonna, point something out that a lot of people might be like, well, this guy's got flags. He's got the rebel flag, and with everything going on, to me, that flag is not a racist symbol. Yes, there are people that use it for hate and whatnot. I don't agree with the hatred aspect of it. Um, Me personally, I like it for being against big government. That's what I believe it's about. It's about. I believe it's about individual rights and state rights versus the federal government having their say across everything. Now, if you don't agree with my view, that's cool. Just don't put just. I want to keep it civil, because we don't need any more divide. We already got enough of that in this country. Everyone just needs to come together and be united as a people, not white, black, yellow, or whatever. I mean, we need to be united as the human race. We need to care for everyone, not, oh, I'm white, you're black, and you're whatever. It's not the way it is. I got friends that are Hispanic, I got friends that are black, and I got friends that are white. It don't bother me. Skin color don't bother me. What I look at in people is their values and how they treat others, and how they ha- have themselves. Um, I I don't like judging people. I don't want to judge people, even though sometimes I might rant on certain things. But we need to get back to the basics, and bring God back into our lives. I believe that's what's wrong with this world today, is because we've taken God and we've put God over here, and we've let the evil come into play. We've let evil take over. Meanwhile, we put God over here and say, no, 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 we don't need you. We don't need you. Oh, and then when something happens, where's God? Where's God? Where's God? Where's God? Well, we put him over here. We're not letting him be over here. So we need to bring God back into our schools. We need to bring God back into society. So, and we need to become a Christian nation again. I know that the Lord is near. He's near. Well, I am going to end this live stream for tonight because I need to go to sleep. I got to get up early in the morning. Oh, you all have a great night. And remember, Jesus Christ is King. So, peace out, everybody. Hope you have a good Monday. Bye.